I've seen a lot of threads on Reddit lately where people are frustrated, feeling like they're constantly getting stomped in Marathon. I get it. It's tough when it feels like no matter how hard you try, the progress just isn't there. So I wanted to take a second to talk about this. Expectations shouldn't be set by what you see on YouTube or Twitch. Defizzle, Drewski, and all those top tier players are insane at this game, and they have hundreds of hours on the game too. They're literally the best of the best. You can't expect to be progressing as quickly as they are when you're still learning the ropes and you don't have nearly as many hours played. The average player is significantly behind these high level players. Right now I've got around 130 hours played and I'm level 83. I'm in the phase between blue and purple gear. I've got about 5 purple shields and backpacks, but I have enough blue gear loadouts where that's the minimum gear I'll load into a run with. I've completed Pinwheel a bunch of times, so I've experienced everything that Outpost has to offer, but I still haven't used the gold key, let alone even touched one. And I also haven't stepped foot in a Cryo Archive match yet. Progression is key in this game, but you don't want to rush it. Your goal should be progression over time. It doesn't matter how fast you get there, as long as you're making steady improvements. The timeline is less important than the end result. The goal should be to focus on getting to the end game before the wipe. Progression can look different depending on where you're at. For example, you might be finishing priority contracts or leveling up factions. Maybe you're moving from free kits to green shields, then blue, and then ultimately purple and golds. Or maybe you're working your way up to harder maps. Maybe you haven't played Outpost or Cryo yet. Progression isn't just about gear though, it can also be about how you're improving as a player. This is something I've really been focusing on lately. I don't get mad or frustrated when I lose my loot because I'm constantly learning, whether it's figuring out how to reposition better or improving my game sense. That's what keeps me grinding and logging into the game every day. Now how this looks is going to be different from person to person and depends heavily on where you stand in progression right now. But general rule is you don't want to take in your best gear. Instead, taking gear that's one step down from your highest tier, something you have plenty of and can easily replenish. For me, this is blue gear loadouts, but for you it might be green loadouts, free kit, or even purple loadouts. If you don't have blue or purple gear though, the experimental Dire Marsh sponsored kit map is probably the best option. There's no risk and everyone has the same starting loadout, so it removes the gear advantage entirely. It's basically the most fair fight you're going to get. And honestly, it plays almost like arena mode because people are constantly looking for fights. I see too many players getting into the habit of ego challenge, where they trade shots with another player until they're both low, and the winner is usually one shot. The strategy works early on, but against higher level players it's a huge risk. If you lose, your team is now at a 2v3 disadvantage, which isn't ideal. So focus on learning how to take fights from an advantage. If you don't have the advantage, work on repositioning or even disengaging. Positioning is absolutely crucial in Marathon. Using cover, head peaks, and high ground can make all the difference in a fight. For example, if you're facing off against a team with snipers and you don't have one yourself, your goal is to close the distance. You need to make it hard for them to land shots. Don't let them pick you off from a distance. Adapting to these type of situations is a key part of improving. On top of that, your fundamentals need to be consistent. That includes map awareness, using grenades effectively instead of holding onto them, and understanding how to move during fights. If you play with a consistent group, team coordination becomes another major factor. Understanding how your teammates play, their tendencies, their positioning, and how they take fights allows you to make better decisions as a group. Teams that communicate and coordinate effectively will outperform teams with better individual players. Marathon is a grind, but that's what makes it rewarding. Improvement takes time, and even if you don't see instant progress, every match is a chance to get better. So don't worry if you're not at the top yet. Focus on the journey, improving your skills, and learning from each encounter.